Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a quick tutorial here on how to make a skinny mini kind of folder type mini album. This isn't my idea. I've seen the Papercraft 45 do this, but she worked with slightly bigger paper. I think it was 12 by 8 3/4. I will put links to them tutorials below. I'm doing this because I'm going to be hosting a swap on the UK and Ireland Craft Swaps group on Facebook, and I mean, I personally work with A4. I don't really work with a lot of any bigger cardstock, although I work with bigger designer paper. Figure that one out. And so anyway, I want to do this because I want to show the girls on there how I've done mine. So I started off with 3 sheets of A4 cardstock, and I cut them down excuse me, to 11.5. Let me just check this out. Yep, I cut it down to 11.5 by 11.5 this way, by 8 inches that way. I hope I'm getting everything in here. Then I scored, which I have already scored. The reason I've done this is because the amount of times I get interrupted doing a tutorial is unbelievable. Nobody wants to talk to me until I want to do something. So anyway, I scored it at 1.5. Then I scored it at 5.5. Then I scored it at 6. And I actually just flipped it around because it's the same measurement, the same space, and marked it at 1.5 again. So that gave me this. This is going to fold over and create little pockets. So then I went and done exactly the same. I cut the A4 down to 11.5 by 8. I then scored, whoops, at 1.5, at 5.5, at 6, and then at 10, or you can just flip it round and do it at 1.5. As you can see on this one, I've slightly trimmed off the edges here because I'm going to use this to attach a piece of cardstock on either side, which I've already cut. Ta-da! So I cut the cardstock down to 8 inches, which would be 8 inches this way, and then I cut these at 3 7/8. So this is then going to allow me to attach it onto here. So I will do that now and get rid of this. So I'm now left with these two pieces. This is going to be my cover. So I'll set that to one side. This is going to be my inner page, and this is, I'm going to attach these onto here so that they flap open, and you can just hide that by covering it with designer paper. And the reason I trimmed it off there was because I just think it will be a little bit tidier. So now I'm looking for double-sided tape, like so. I mean, you can trim that actually down a little bit more so it doesn't have to be that 1.5 inch, but I'm not gonna. So I just put that on there like so. You can use wet glue if you like, and do that on here. I just keep checking. But there's a lot of noise outside. There's kids out there. When I say kids, they're teenagers, and if they don't know how to talk, they have to shout. So I'm just going to flip that round. And take the tape off. Now I'm just going to line that up like so. So that's me got my flip page there. I'm just going to do it this way. I just find it easier doing it like so. And line this up like that. And like that, and that's me got my inside part. This part here, wet glue, or use a really strong tape. I'm just doing this for tutorial reasons. And so that's your middle piece in like so. And then I'm just going to line this up, probably really badly, and stick it down like that. This you can round the corners if you wish. I would use a wet glue on this, because if you're going to tuck stuff in, you don't want it sticking to you know, like dry tape. So you end up with, let me see, a book which opens up like so. That would be your pocket, that would be another page, another flip, and that's a full spread. I mean, you could, you know, you can create pockets, you can do a waterfall effect. I will also put a link to someone who done one of these and it's completely decorated. If you've got any questions, just ask. And the only reason I done this is because, like I say, I work with A4, and I know a lot of other people do too. And if you do want to do it with, you know, bigger cardstock, the video will be below to Paper Crafter 45, where she shows you the step-by-steps on how to do this. So I hope that's easy enough. And like I say, decorate it as you please. So thanks for watching. Bye.